the key, so this shit not.
Well, hello, guys. Welcome to a new episode of the Facts Crew Podcast, Season 2, Episode 10. Hey, ladies, how y'all doing tonight?
Hey. Doing all right.
How y'all feeling? How was your weekend?
Whew. That time change was no horror. It definitely, it's affected everyone in my household, and I don't know what they're gonna do. I'm gonna be all right. I don't know about other people, but I'm gonna be okay. But the weekend was all right. Yeah, the kids was here. I would cry, but I love them. Just know, behind all this, there's tears. Heavy.
FTK.
Heavy.
It's okay. I mean,
It's not.
the time changes. Wild. Everybody at work was acting wild. The kids was acting wild. I don't know what. I really don't know, but it was everybody that I talked to said everybody was acting wild, and it's like we go through this every year.
Every year.
But I get it. I don't. I lied. I don't get it. I don't.
How about you? How was your weekend?
My weekend was pretty good. I did go to work, but I squeezed in some fun that I'm still recovering from. So I have no complaints. No complaints.
Well, I'm happy for you. So while I was in here crying,
I was in here getting my dye on.
Hey, listen. Yeah, it was, yeah. My child decided he was going to keep celebrating his birthday. So he didn't really realize it ended, and he told me he had one more party. I'm like, you had a party with me, and your father came, and then you had a party with your father and a bunch of your family, and then we still did other fun stuff, me, you, and your sister, and you still not happy. He said, no, nobody celebrated my birthday. Yeah.
Listen, a Pisces is going Pisces every time.
You know what? You're right. You're right. And I have enough of them in my family that I should have known. It's too many, respectfully, but it's too many Pisces. My mother and father are both Pisces. You know what I'm saying? And my father, I know he's going to be watching this episode with his girlfriend. Hi, Alicia. So yes, shout out to you, dear Ronald. Yes, there we go. Well,
yes.
Oh, I hope I said her name right. I hope it ain't Alicia, because then I really messed up. But you know I'm talking about, you, girl.
Oh, Lord.
Shameless plug. There we go.
Same name family. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Yep, we did it.
Yeah.
God. But we made it, y'all.
Yes.
We woke up.
We're here.
We are. You know what?
We're blessed.
We are. Come on, everybody, raise your glasses, because what? And no. Hold on. What is that? What is that? Water?
It's chlorophyll in it.
It's special water. Cheers.
Yeah, it is.
Happy
I guess.
Water.
That's all the water bottle. You know what? I feel like you calling us drunks, and that's okay.
Nah, not at all. When y'all drink, I like to smoke.
Fair.
Okay.
So I call myself a stoner.
Fair trade.
Fair trade. Well, anyway, what do you have for us, Shanika?
It is still Women's History Month, and tonight we are celebrating Ketanji Brown Jackson and Angela Bassett. They're some of the strongest Black women to be recorded on live TV after being ridiculed and snubbed by their peers. Ketanji is the Associate Justice of the Supreme Court and was literally talked about so bad in front of her peers and still got the job. Let's take a toast for that.
Because, yeah, she I was surprised she got the job after all that. I guess just because she took it. And then they had on lives, and I'm watching. I remember watching like, ooh, I'm like,
Listen, they were doing all types of questions that they weren't supposed to be asking her, like about her religion and things of that nature. Now, anybody else, if they would have been asked about that, oh, they're just going too hard and they're doing things that are illegal. But because of
exactly.
how she looked and, you know,
Yeah.
to them, it was fair game.
Yeah, you mean they gotta throw the black people through the ringer? We
They
have
do.
the strongest at all times.
And looking at her face, she biting her lip, everything. And I'm like, oh, like they said something. I was like, girl, I was like, yo, forget it. Forget it. You wanted the job. Don't worry about it. Call them people that you know. Call
She
them
tapped
people that
into
you
her
know that's
black
going to take care of this
momness.
whole problem.
Pretty much. You know, when you become in a position of power and they got to listen to you, that's changes, and that's when everybody tune one change.
Exactly. But anyway, so sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. And let's see, we're going to talk about Angela for a little bit. You know, she was definitely gaslit that she was going to win an Oscar for a role in Black Panther. To see the look on her face when she didn't win definitely hurt me.
It did. I mean,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I like Jamie Lee Curtis, but it's like, come on.
Yeah.
It's time to give Angela her flowers. And she's doing phenomenal. She looks phenomenal.
Amazing.
She's been, ever since, to be honest, when she played Tina Turner, she should have
do with it. Yes.
Like
she played Malcolm X's wife.
Yep.
And she played his wife. She's done so many great movies. And then of course, you know, Waiting to Exhale. I know that we were all children. I remember going to movies with my mother watching Waiting to Exhale. When she lit that cigarette,
she cut her hair.
When she said that car on fire, that's my favorite. I send that to everybody. I send a little gasoline on there. That is my favorite part because I just felt like she felt so liberated. Then when she hair, oh my gosh, I was like, yes, cut that dead weight off. Change it. Exactly. I'm advocate for changing your hair because I feel like that's the one. You can control other aspects of your life, but that's one thing you can truly control. As you always see me with different hair colors and different styles. You never know what you're going to
do. Yeah. Exactly. Because she was at the job when no one else was there helping you get on your feet 11 years out of her life besides the kids. She had nothing to show.
Oh my God, Stella got a groove back?
Oh, yes. Yeah. How can we forget that?
That one.
I did too. And I was like, okay, Angela.
Oh, Lord. Jackson 5.
She was Mama Catherine. She was. I'm sorry. She was Mother Catherine. Yes. Yes. Yes.
She's been around for a while and she's been doing the damn thing. And so for her not to get her Oscar, I was like, are you serious right now? I didn't even watch Oscar, but I paid closely attention to social media to see if she won, and I was like,
yeah, because they had signs up on the way I went on her page. If you watch her story on Instagram, they had when her story was up, but if you watch, they had all these signs that like her kids were riding in the car and they're driving past and they're taking pictures of all the signs, all the billboards that had their mother up there. And it's like, and it's on their way of being closer and closer to the Oscars. And for that to happen, because saying all that, you can't tell me I'm not leaving here with an award. And I'm like, Jamie Lee Curtis, and like you said, Jamie Lee Curtis is amazing. We know that because she has been making money for many years off of Michael Myers. Okay, you are an exceptional person. You've been doing it since the 70s or the 80s. It's 2023, and we still talking about Jamie. Anyway, go ahead, Nikki.
She went from selling scary movies to selling yogurt back to movies. So I guess, yeah, she's put her time in. But Angela should have won. But we are celebrating these women because through the face of adversity, they stayed calm and did not cause a scene publicly when there were certain signs that they definitely could have went off on. Another drink in honor of them, please.
Yes. Because they oh Lord. It's all right. The chlorophyll gonna get it. It's all right.
Little tickle in my throat.
Well, round.
So, ladies, what do we have for pandemic craziness?
Yes, politics and pandemic craziness. I just found this out. I added this today. The IRS wants thieves to report the fair market value of prostitution, bribery, and drugs on the Schedule C form on the taxes. What? What?
So they telling them to snitch on themselves?
Yes, they told me they look. What they really saying is, oh yeah, wait a minute, hold on. Ding, ding, ding. It's 9. Y'all know what time it is. We go ahead. We can talk real wild. They know these niggas out here getting money. They watching on the gram. They know they getting it. They know people out here getting money, and they like y'all doing a lot, and y'all be taking a lot of trips. I'm gonna need y'all to run that. And I think what might have made it worse was that because they saw the video of Ja Morant and they saw that money and it was apparently $50,000 that he threw in the strip club. They like, now some of y'all gonna try to top that. We want to see that. And I think they also paid attention to BMF, right? Because they like, we know it's a lot of money going out here. Now, if you just fill out your taxes and fill out the Schedule C form, we can put this on there. I saw that and I'm like, who's going to do that? Who? Because who? Because
nobody.
Why? Nobody. Because they already start making people include money that they're receiving through Cash App and stuff like that. And so it's like they just trying to find all these ways and all these reasons to be in everybody's pockets. It's like, nah, we know y'all getting money, but yeah, we heard y'all got Cash App. We want to know what's in there. Next thing you know, they've been coming for sale. That's gonna be next.
Yeah, but we talk about that money they sending over to the Ukraine and everything like that. Focus on that.
Thank you.
On that, they need to run us some of that money because we got probably an upcoming war. Where our money is.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like we take a lot of L's, but like we go and help everybody else, but then you worry about what we got in our pockets. Yes. Don't worry about it. Okay. Yes, hair's getting done. Yes, people getting all the new Jordans. Yes, people getting all the new phones. Everything. Yes. What? Hey. If they not out here, and then if I'm a real skilled criminal, you think I'm gonna sit here and do this? You think I'm gonna have these papers? Because guess what? If I file down on taxes, guess what? That ain't gonna be my address. Like that's gonna be a PO box somewhere. All right, that's gonna be somebody else's address. Somebody I ain't related to.
It's gonna be somebody else's name.
But you know what? I'm just not gonna do it. And I'm like, how are you gonna hold these people accountable? And so now I'm telling you, the street's about to get real wild. It's about to get real wild because they was already willing to go ahead and claim other people's kids. I don't know. It's getting real wild.
But they pay taxes on your weed.
I'm surprised they're trying to tax marijuana, but that's a whole nother conversation for another day.
Yeah.
But actually cracking down on people claiming other people's kids. Because it happened to a friend of mine. He claimed his nephews, I believe. And then when he went to go, I guess somebody else tried to claim him, and then he got stuck with the bill. And I was like, if I punch the numbers first and I'm actually taking care of them, that money is mine. Why do I have to pay y'all back?
Yeah, but it's still the fact of you might have gotten some money in between time, because it depends. You got the people where they might have went to was it Rapid Refund and all that other stuff, and they might have went there and they going ahead and getting these checks real quick, and next thing you know, somebody else claiming it's happened to me before. It's a wild world, but yeah, scammers and everybody. Thieves, don't pay that no mind. I'm just letting you know this what they out here doing. All right, you ain't got to follow this rule. You already ain't following the rules. Don't say it. Don't follow this rule.
Try and claim my goddamn kids.
That part.
Yeah.
Something else we didn't add that just got passed today in California. They passed that tobacco law. If you were born, I believe in either 2018 or 2019 and beyond, you cannot buy tobacco ever in California.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, you said one. Okay, so what you're saying is that my son can never go over there and go buy no cigarettes.
Yep. I have to check the year, but I have to check the year again. But yeah, if you I believe anything like after 2015, I'm gonna even say 2015, you cannot, when you turn 18, you cannot buy tobacco at all, period. No shape, form of it. So I'm like, you got these new generation coming up. Most of them are advocates, I'll say, for marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
How they gonna smoke their stuff? They can't buy no roll-ups because that's tobacco.
Well, they could do hemp papers.
Yeah, they could buy hemp papers or they can smoke out of a pipe. But yeah, they can't purchase tobacco. I thought that was very interesting because I understand you're trying to, put a health lock and save the lungs and nicotine habits and all that. So I understand from that aspect. But to say never,
Yeah, that never, it's like, it's a whole lot of life, because like when you say that, you say this year, so I'm thinking about the age of my child, and I'm like, not that I want him to go and smoke cigarettes, but it's just the fact that, it is his American right that if he wants to go and smoke some cigarettes, he should be able to smoke cigarettes. And it's like, the fact, I'm thinking, I'm like, that young man is 5, and that's a whole lot of life behind that 5 years. It's a lot of life. These people who making these laws gonna be gone.
But you gotta think about it like, okay, you're taking away that, like you said, is one of their rights. It's like you're taking away a lot. You know what I mean? Like that's just one step of them being able to say, all right, well, we got that taken care of. Let me see what else we can take.
Yeah. We need to be careful. But you know what? Here's another thing. So now here in the DMV, well, actually in the District of Columbia, they have laws that are over 100 years old. Okay. There was they went before Congress to try to change some of these laws, and apparently these laws are still relevant. There are laws such as scolding in public, cursing in public, and riding a horse over 8 miles per hour. But Congress decided that they will not overturn any of these laws. This was a very big thing. The biggest one of all was the fact that there is a law that has been there, again, for over 100 years about kids or people playing or doing anything in the street. Yeah. Yeah. Why we need this law? It's like, okay, the horse riding a horse over 8 miles per hour, y'all couldn't take that out?
Nah, because it might be a 2023 Paul Revere.
You know what? You're right. You're right. They might become, because now really thinking about it, the only people that have horses out and publicly like that is really like the police when they out there in the cities. So it's
we
like,
get to hold them accountable and they can't ride over 8 miles an hour.
Thank you, because like there's just a law that just should not. It's a lot of things going on in the world. It's a lot of laws that they need to work on. But to see that this actually made it to the news, and they started interviewing people, and they were like, yeah, it is illegal actually in the District of Columbia to curse in the street. This man said, this African American gentleman, he's probably like between like 35, 42, and he said, "Oh, that's a law? Oh, well, I guess they about to lock me up because I done cussed 4 people out tonight." But hey, so I'm rolling, but I'm like, I get it, and I'm like, and then scolding. We have all done this. I've been in these. I have snatched my child out of a museum to go ahead and get right with him, and you mean to tell me I could have got jailed for that? Really? Yes. I ain't cuss at him, but I was scolding.
That doesn't make any sense because you got people in these bigger buildings of a different color that scold their coworkers all the time, or if they're on the phone in a meeting. And so what are we really saying here? Like these, and then what is the horse? If the horse ain't hurting nobody, and furthermore, it ain't enough space. I mean, to be honest, the horse might be the safest thing in DC because they can't drive. Like
the horse is avoiding potholes, everything. Like, okay.
I mean, I'm doing horse and buggy. If I'm just casually down Pennsylvania Avenue, I should be able to. Now, granted, I would want to because where's he gonna stay?
But like, I do want a horse now. I want to see how this works for me, and then I want to know who's checking the speed limit. Like, will I get ticketed for this? Do you mean to tell me that there's gonna be a red light camera available for this? Like, this is so many questions. But to go on some more, it is about the money. But to go into more pandemic craziness, there are several news stories of female teachers having sex with their male students. Currently, there's a 31-year-old woman who is pregnant by a 13-year-old, and she is currently in jail, and she says she's keeping the baby. The family has reached out to the courts to say, please do not allow her to keep the baby. So now then it starts making you think of Roe versus Wade, right? So there's all these things. Nothing is stopping this. No matter what, she molested this little boy and he's going to be a dad. And yeah, and I think, what is that, 13? That's like what, eighth grade? And he's going to be a dad now to this woman.
It's no way in hell my 13-year-old is going to be financially responsible for somebody, and he ain't even financially responsible for himself. So now that's another mouth for me to feed. And 9 times out of 10, they're probably not going to be able to get no help, because you know it's impossible to get any type of help. And you expect these people to raise 2 kids. You got a 13-year-old you got to raise.
Yeah.
And then you got to parent him while he's trying to parent, and then you got to parent the baby because he can't really lawfully make any decisions.
Exactly.
And this baby is a product of molestation.
Yeah. And how that's going to mess with him mentally, and you know,
right, because now for the rest of his life, you know, he doesn't want to feel like, I mean, granted, he might not like the situation. Of course, he might not like the situation or anything, but it's still the fact to know that you have a child out here. Mm-hmm. And that child has to grow.
13-year-old raw.
Exactly.
He doesn't even know what is going on.
Exactly. Like if anything, like it sound good. It sound good at first until it went this far. You know, and it's unfortunate because, you know, and the thing about, I saw a picture of the teacher, she was an attractive lady. So I see what she did to go ahead and like solicit herself to the youth. But that's so foul that this young man, like his whole life, like you realize a dad, and think about it, like anything that you do, he's going to be thinking about this baby. Like he might not express it to everybody, but he's going to be thinking about it. But if you think that's bad, hold on, there's more. There is a woman, there's a female teacher who is 34, and she is getting locked up for having an inappropriate relationship with a young lady at the school who is nonverbal. She had been molesting this girl for the longest. Yes. And I'm like, wow. So this is the thing again where, see, there's a double standard, right? Because if we think about I guess it would be different if instead of that boy, if that boy was a girl and the teacher molested him and everything, and then the teacher got the child pregnant, then the family, they could go ahead and say, look, she's going to have an abortion and everything else. But because this woman is an older woman and everything, and she can have control of her body, this is okay. Like, this isn't okay. Like, this is still molestation no matter what. Like, these ages, this is not okay. But then to do this to a nonverbal student, you did this to a special ed student, and the child could not communicate how that something was going on. And I don't know, I've been looking and trying to find information to find out how they found out, but eventually, somehow, some way, the girl let them know what was happening to her. You know how wild that had to be?
I don't even know what to say off of that.
Exactly. Listen, I don't play when it comes to special needs kids at all. Yeah. At all. For you to look at them in that way and take advantage of them, you have to be like really demented.
Yeah.
A lot of them, they don't see bad in people, so they're openly trusting to a lot of people, and people take advantage of it. Mm-hmm. And it's ridiculous that you could find somewhere in your head that it's okay to do anything to them without their consent, without them being able to fight you off, things of that nature. You've got to be sick. Like sick. Yeah. To me, that should be like an automatic life penalty.
Yeah, because it's like you preyed on this person. And the thing about it too, one thing I've learned about people with special needs, if they realize that they're doing something and it makes you happy, because they want everybody to be happy around them, and they see that something makes you happy, then they're gonna go with it because this is what makes you happy, no matter how they feel, because their job is like, hey, I'm being a good person, I'm being a good friend, and they love me, I love them, and it's really wild. And when I saw this, I'm like, you're sick.
special needs too, because there's no rhyme or reason. They both got to be special needs because there's no rhyme or reason. And then with another thing, going back to the other boy, in the event that she does have this baby, can he sign over his parental rights?
That's a good question. We'll have to check up on this because I know when we were all little, when Mary Kay Letourneau and what's his name, Billy, I think was the little boy's name, when she got pregnant by the middle school
yeah,
kid.
she passed away
Her
not too
whole
long ago.
family. Yeah, yes, and I think and I'm trying to think if Billy still here? I think Billy died before her. Like
He's still alive.
I thought he died. Okay, well,
they got divorced.
That was the craziest thing when they went ahead and got married, and I was like, okay, so I guess this is how she feels, righting her wrongs. I ain't never, like, it's one of them things. Put like this: think about when you was in 8th grade. I don't think it was somebody I really liked like that.
I wasn't even thinking about no grown ass man in the 8th grade. I was still playing with Barbies in the 8th grade. Okay, me and my best friend was having sleepovers. I don't think I stopped playing with Barbies until I was 16, and I had every last one of them, and we had a Jeep. So,
yes. Yes.
So, we would link up. I would go over her house. I'd pack my Barbies up and all my accessories, and we go dress all up. Literally, we play with Barbies. So, and like that was the furthest thing from my mind. And I'm not trying to blame these kids by any means, because keyword, they're kids.
Mm-hmm.
But you to just go out your way to just take advantage of them like that, like you got to be touched yourself at this point.
Exactly.
I work at a high school, and I don't see nothing in there that I'm willing to risk my livelihood, my sanity, losing my kids, any of that for. They're kids.
Yeah.
These are children.
They don't know what's going on. They're still trying to learn their own body. They're still trying to find their own identity. Like even when they even mix and touch each other, that's creepy to me, because you are kids. When I worked in the middle school and I found out some of my 8th graders were having sex with each other, I'm like, you don't know what's going on. Like, this is a temporary fix. And then as a female, you really don't know yourself. You're still trying to figure out, what pleases you and what doesn't. And so for them to even
listen,
no,
yeah,
I got to drink to that, because no,
yes, no, it does. It really does. Yeah, because my daughter in the 6th grade, and she tells me of these things that are going on, and how that these girls was like, yeah, we're going on a date this weekend, and so I'm just letting her talk because I just want to hear. I want to see how this is gonna go. And guess what the date is? To go to the playground. Yep, the playground. Luckily, it's cold outside. Because it's like let's be honest, we've been to the playground, we've all been these ages before, so it's not nothing new that people are doing. We know this. We know that it was people that was having sex way early. We know that. We know there's people that was out there lying about having sex, everything else, but they want to do it to fit in. And just to sit there and hear that, I'm like, oh my gosh. And she's like, I told them, like, y'all worried about being grown, you'll be grown for the rest of your life, enjoy being kids. And so my daughter said this to me, I'm like, like, that sounds like a good answer. Follow that, because I'm like, I'll be right here with you. We don't really be out my sight too much, except for when you go over to your other residents. But nah. But anyway, well, to go ahead and wrap this up, I want to make a correction to last week's episode. Before we get ready to get into our social media and entertainment section, I want to make a correction, because last week I spoke on Ja Morant and him being suspended indefinitely, and he is not suspended indefinitely. He was actually only suspended, well, put on this, as of this recording, he's only suspended for the next 6 games, which means there's still plenty of time for him to go ahead, be back in there. I think they're playing tonight. So I think it'll be like 16 games left or whatever before they go to playoffs and everything, before they go into the playoffs. But either way, he will be able to go ahead and be there. But I wanted to make sure I corrected that, because our show is called Facts. And, it's not right that we have inappropriate facts. So I just want to go ahead, take that, get that together and apologize and correct my information. But let's see. Let's go ahead. Let's pass the rock over there to Tay. Let's get ready for our favorite segment right here. Oh, yes. Y'all know what time it is. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Woo!
Just throw the bear in front of me. All I can say is
listen.
And more. I don't know, because every week this show surprises me more and more and more. But
yeah. Especially this week.
This week was a lot for me, but I will.
It was a lot for a lot of people.
Yeah, hats off to Lucille, because she got super cute, and she had Pastor Swift pick her up from the front door. Now, I thought that was like, okay, now it's Pastor Swift. If you would have had somebody else pick you up from the door, it would have been a little bit more harder. But it touches Charles's soul, because Pastor Swift knows what's going on inside of his house and inside his bedroom.
His marital bed, yes.
Right, his marital bed. So I will say hats off to her. But Pastor Swift, being Pastor Swift that he is, oh God, they were having dinner, and she basically, kind of just curved his advances. When the check came, and my man said, "Oh no, you can take this back," and split it straight down the middle. When I say I was weak, I was weak, because she was looking so dumb, and I was like, he knew he could have paid for that. What
Nah, because I took out time, went out here. It could be a whole bunch of other bitches, and I took you out tonight, right? I took you out to a nice, fine establishment. So guess what you're gonna do with that Wendy's check? You keep complaining about working at Wendy's. Well, bitch, I guess you're doing overtime next week. Guess what? Because what? I ain't gonna get. I done bought a whole pack of Jimmy hats, and I ain't hitting the skins.
He was wrong, because she was coming to him for advice, for real.
Right, you're the of the Lord.
She was. But still, she should have known what type of time she was on, because now see Pastor Swift, he's like, I'm trying to give to the needy, baby. What you need.
Listen.
But did admit that she was making pennies at Wendy's. She did not admit that she was making pennies at Wendy's. And I was like, wow.
That's because majority of it is going towards her health insurance. I'm sticking to that. That is the reason why.
But I will say, when Mabel came there, Lucille is a good woman, because it's no way Mabel would have walked out of that house untouched. You came to bring back my skillet and my man. You brought back my skillet and my man. And you put the matches on the table, unknowing that he's already been caught. And then she's she's confiding in you. And then you go ahead and take the matches out on the table. And you done already gave her the skillet. You weren't.
What was it that she was looking for again? Why was she in her purse? Because she asked her for something and she was looking for something. Was it a pencil? A pen?
Something.
I'm trying to remember. She was looking for something.
Looking for something. But I'm not taking everything out of my purse to look for it, especially in the type of situation that I'm in. And Charles is there. So this is the second time you done came in my house and you trying to flaunt and flex like shit is sweet and it's cool. It's no way Mabel would have walked out of there untouched. And she should have, instead of breaking up Charles's guitar, she should have broke it over his ass.
Okay, but hold on. Okay. And I get what you're saying, right? But then did you see that slick stuff that Mabel said? Mabel said, see, I know it was wrong, and that's why I broke things off with him. So now you trying to tell me that you fucked my husband and dumped my husband? Now you know what I would have did?
She tried to make herself look better.
Yeah, but you know what you're not gonna do is sit here and say like, I don't want no Charles. I got out the best I could get out of Charles. You know what I'm saying? And I, you
Only
know,
broke it off because it started getting tricky, and then things
no,
didn't.
it's because he couldn't find his. I can't find my rhythm. I can't find my rhythm. He couldn't
Vibrating
find his.
med.
Yes, and I ain't gonna lie, that right there, I wouldn't have fought her either. You know why? Because again, she just broke up with your ass too, nigga. That's what you get. I would no. No, I wouldn't have did it because you know his pride gonna hurt. His pride gonna hurt worse than I could ever hurt him. So one thing I've learned in life is that vengeance is mine, said the Lord. And we know that Lucille followed that good Bible. But I'm telling you, ain't nothing. You done already got dumped by her. And look at this house. And you know they keep on making sure that the angles that they show in that house, you see pieces and patches of paint. So you got half the time to paint the wall. You got portions of time. You come in there like, all right, I'll be back, Lucille. I'm gonna get the other half. All right, Lucille.
The daughter. I commend the daughter for telling him to just go. You've done enough. You've done enough. And he has done enough. Well, let me rephrase that. He hasn't done enough because there's still holes in the wall. But
and I can't find my rhythm. You lost your wife and you couldn't find your rhythm. So like she broke up with you. If anything, look, you want to break up with me, at least let me take you down this one last time. That right there would have been all the motivation. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave you with something to make you think about it, make you think about why you left me. But no. Not Charles. He looked like, well, fine, I'll go back to my wife. I've got someone waiting at home. And now look at you, just getting caught off stupid stuff.
Man. Everybody was just tripping. Then when he pulled the strap out on Terry, thought that was very. I will say I commend Meech for like, nah, I've lost too many of my men. I'm not losing another. So we got to get this shit right. We started it together. We're gonna end it together. So I commend him for that because he could have easily blasted B. Mickey for pulling the strap on my brother.
I feel like he should have though, because you pulled a gun on my brother. You about to kill my brother. True. Yeah, I feel like we brothers, but this is my brother.
Do you think he would have really did it though?
I don't think he could have done it.
I mean, what's the saying? Don't pull it unless you're gonna shoot it.
Fact.
Okay, thug life. Okay. You right. You right.
I just don't think B. Mickey would have did it. Something in me just tells me he wouldn't have did it. I think he pulled it because he's so frustrated, because he also felt like they were trying to, take him out.
Yeah, well, they should have beat his ass then. Let him live, beat his ass and teach him a lesson. But don't pull it unless you're gonna shoot it. And if you pull it on my brother,
facts. But see,
true. But then let's also think about it this way. Now, Terry didn't want nothing to do with that. So B. Mickey stepped up. B. Mickey stayed there. He was solid with Meech throughout everything. And so when B. Mickey named everything that he lost to sit there and ride for Meech, I'm like, you did. Like, you killed a girl that you love. Then you found out she was pregnant with your baby. Like, you really love Kato. You really, really did. And you lost your mama. Like, it's a lot that you took. And then it's going to go out like this. I felt like he definitely was down to go ahead and do it because he ain't had no other reasons. Like, he was still hurting, and people, they get in that type of pain. It can go down, it can go any way. But ever since Terry, I'll be honest, Terry was really feeling himself ever since he cut the tail off. So that right there added to the extra confidence, you know what I'm saying? But it happens. But Meech, he I think he did the right thing because he knows how Terry gets, and he know that Terry want to try to be like, I'm not like a drug dealer, like I am, just a manager. Okay, I'm a manager. I'm in a managerial position, and he don't want to sit there and really take the role of what he does when be Mickey down for whatever. You need a rider. You need a rider in that life. But go ahead.
I mean, because most of their riders is gone now.
Exactly.
But good old Carisha. We could have did without. We could have did.
Where's my husband?
And I wish that she would have been able just to talk as herself instead of it sound like she was reading her line, because even when you see her do stuff and she goes live on the gram, her doing that, she's like really embodies it. You feel it, you believe it. That attitude would have been perfect for this role. I'm like, no, why did they pick you?
And then you slapping Meech. I want whoever did it. Ma'am, please calm down.
Yeah, and then it was the fake emotion. It was, and the thing about it, like,
that's what did it for me.
Because it's like, yo, you had just said, I want my husband home. And like, he's like, I'm gonna take good care of him. I'm gonna take good care of him. And you're supposed to be in there. The way she should have been tossing stuff and cussing him out. The way that meat should have been running out of there. Then you want to hand me his chain? You want to hand me his chain like he died in the war? Is this what you're doing? Like, so next thing you know, he gonna come over there with the American flag and have it folded up and bring it to my door. You gonna bring it to my elevator? You don't get the fuck out of here.
The significance of the chain was that his son gave it to him. So
no, I understood that. I understood that, right? But I've been like, yo, you ain't coming here with my husband. You came in here with this fake ass chain that my son got him from the dollar store. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of my house. Start taking stuff on stuff.
Right. It was a symbol of can't say the damn word.
Yeah. As Nick, it's all right. Nick had you similar, and I get all that. I get all that. But no. You supposed to come here with my husband. You ain't bring me no shoes. You ain't bring me a fit. You ain't bring me a wallet. You ain't bring me all these other things of significance. Mm-hmm. You brought this chain, like he died wearing the chain that your son got him to the strip club. Really?
And to me, that whole situation.
You gonna bring me back a chain that smell like pussy? Are you serious? You gonna bring me this? This is supposed to make me feel better?
He was minding his business, though. He was minding his business in the club.
My husband is gone. My husband is gone. And you gonna sit here and like, so now you dangling this in front of me. I'm like, really? Oh, so he had one of these type of nights. Oh, you're lucky you died at the strip club, because you would have died when you came home. See, no. Keep the chain.
Speaking of the strip club and Meech in there clapping cheeks.
Listen, what'd you say, Big Meat or Big Meech? What'd you say?
What'd you say? Meech.
Oh.
Well, I will say I read on Instagram that somebody said that was fake.
I would hope that he did not. But, however.
It was a quick flash. So, I don't know. But whatever it was.
They was real extra. And then did you look at the condom? Did you see the condom? They made sure. Like, whose job was it that was like, all right, bring me some more Nivea. Pump that in here. All right, shake it around. All right, I think smack it against the hand. We need a little bit more. Come on. We don't need any natural. It's all right. We've got some lotion in the back. And I'm like, who did this? But you're right. It could have been something else, because he just unzipped the pants and just had it in there. So we don't know. But it was quite funny. And I'm like, not that they had to find a way to show why he had to go from Meech to Big Meech. I'm like, really?
Yeah, that caught me
hilarious. It's hilarious. It's a great topic. Because we weren't expecting that. And then I'm like, when did he have time to grab the condom? Like, that was the part that I wanted to see. You know what I'm saying? We ain't see him reach for nothing. He was ready.
He was in it to win it. I mean,
I know, but it's like, make me believe it some more. But instead, instead he up there, he banging out. He dancing and everything. Bow, bow, bow. Oh, that's why I'm gonna call you Big Meech. So my thing is, so you ain't realized till you was done with him what was inside of you? Ladies, I think I can speak for all of us. We've been having sex a very long time. You knew what time it was upon entry. Okay, you knew. So it took for it to be over for you to realize that this man was out here like this. It took for it to be over.
But you got to get her back, her profession also. She's trying to pay her way through school.
You're right. Dang, I forgot her name. I know it was something with a D.
Delilah, no, something. I want to say Dandelions, but that's not right. It began. It was something wild, and he was like, "Oh yeah, that is country." I was like, "Damn, how you gonna go on her like that?" But then you still hit.
Because he wasn't right. That's what's it called? I think men call that post-nut clarity, and I think that's what it was. Yes. That's what it was. He was like, "I'm trying to see what this go for." I see why they call you Big Meech.
And the amount of money he gave her, shit, might as well spin the block. Why not?
Facts. Big facts.
On to our good buddy Lamar. He killed Mo.
Yeah.
I love him, but he fucked up.
He did. He didn't have to strangle her like that.
He did. You already got her to go ahead and smoke the crack. Like, oh, come on, yo. Like,
yeah, really? That threw me for a loop, because I'm like, now But this stems to what I said last week. She should have just stayed out of it and left it alone instead of, now she lost her life trying to impress Meech.
Mm-hmm.
That's just, I mean, it was already gonna piss him off anyway once he found out what really was going on.
Mm-hmm.
But then you trying to get this man to smoke crack, like, what are we doing here? Like, it was fine with the coke, you know, he was fine with that. But then when he saw the pipe, he was like, nah, you go ahead and hit that first. And she's like, no, it should have never been introduced. You might would have just maybe still been alive if you didn't introduce that.
The thing about it, she was hesitant to do it because why did you bring that to? That's just like, all right, I'm a drink. So if I sit here, I'm gonna bring you out some liquor, and I'm not gonna drink any, and you know that like I'm gonna do whatever I do or whatever. But then the way she kept looking scared, like I don't wanna become a thing, girl. The way that she should have went ahead and took a hit of that and passed it to him and just like played that off real quick. But no. I knew I couldn't trust you, bitch. I thought I could, you knew. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, dang. I'm like, who gonna take care of the kids? Then she hit him with Blackie. Like, I just knew once she hit him with Blackie, I knew it was over for him. I knew.
When he told his cousin, when his cousin walked in and was like, what the hell is that all over you, Blackie? And he said it so casually, like,
Blackie.
What? And then you killed the one person, like he said, you killed the one person who actually gave a fuck about your black ass.
Exactly.
You really, like, I mean, I just feel like she went out sad.
She did.
You should have just left it alone and let the men be men. You've already playing with fire by having a kid by both of them, and you know they don't like
it. Exactly.
You already playing with fire right there. And it's what are you doing here? Now you're dead. The kids ain't got no mother.
And he regretted it because he loved her. He loved her.
Yeah.
I don't even think he really meant to kill her. He just snapped.
He did.
Yeah, he wanted to scare her and everything. He wanted to snap her up, but the fact that I really thought he was just gonna like just keep banging her in the face and just beating on her and everything, that totally took me for a loop. And then he looked like, oh no, and then as she fighting back, and he looking like, and you fighting back so you can go and be with this nigga, Meech. Like you could just tell in the look in his face. Like I'll be honest, he's a very good actor. It started looking like real believable, and I feel like he needs some therapy or some counseling after this role because he's done a lot of wild stuff. So like you think of Heath Ledger when he was the Joker, and he like that was the best Batman movie that because he killed that role as the Joker. Next thing you know, you find all these bad things, but they said that movie took him into a deep dark place, and I'm like, it was a character, but I'm like, but some people can't differentiate between the two, trying to become that type of person. So,
I mean, that was like the guy that played Jeffrey Dahmer. He said he went around months acting that way, and he actually said that he doesn't want to do any more roles like that because it was too much. And then and I can't remember his name, but Omar from The Wire.
Oh my gosh.
He said when he was alive, when he played in Lovecraft Country, he said that role took him to another place as well. And that's actually a really, really, really good series. I'm very upset that they're not bringing that back.
I know.
Because that was really good.
Michael K. Williams, that's his name, Michael K. Williams.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's I mean, I get it, but I will say Lamar is playing the hell out of Lamar.
He is. He definitely is. And he has an amazing voice. I want to hear him sing something else. I can't wait till they give him another song to sing because like he can sing. Like
and then you got the snake ass detectives. They still clapping cheeks. And then
they can stop. They can stop.
But they got to keep it interesting. I mean, they got to keep it interesting to. So
as long as they keep the camera on her instead of him.
Don't
because his shirt keep on trying to rise up a little bit, and I'm good off that. Like I like a thicker person. I like a thicker man. You know what I'm saying? Like feel like hug me, hold me, feel me. Sure. But no, but not him. Not him. Not him. Because that, like I said, that shirt, it'd be begging. It'd be like,
he's good. He's fine. Their little scene is good at where it's at. We don't need.
Yes, we get it exactly.
We get it. You're used. I feel like I want to say I feel like she's low-key using him to get closer and to get into his business more, considering she did steal that hospital band.
Yes.
That, you know, pertained to B Mickey. And she's like, what are we doing here? And then he's like, well, I hope you found everything you were looking for. And then my thing is, you hot. At least you could have waited until he hopped in the shower or something, or go to cook you breakfast or something, if you're gonna go digging in his closet. And I mean, you digging. You don't even you only been there what, twice?
Thank you. And they're like, I was just looking for a blanket. So you knew that the blankets was gonna be there? How you ain't know they wasn't in the hall closet?
He doesn't. He looked like he'll just say, you enjoy your morning, I see you at work.
He does, but you know what they did with the angles though? So this is going to get more in depth. Did you notice that when she was going to go grab the hospital bracelet, right, that they made sure to do a close up on her arm so you could see all the bruises that she put on her arm from like setting herself on fire? So I'm like, we'll see. But
yeah, I mean, Friday is it.
Yeah.
Friday,
so I just got into it and now it's over.
Yeah. But I don't know which way it's gonna go. I mean, not even just the focus on Charles and Lucille, but just overall the bigger picture, like which way is it gonna go? Because you got so many different things that are still open that has no closure. Like what's gonna happen to Lamar once Meech finds out that Mo's dead? What's gonna happen to, you know, how is Charles and Lucille, I'll say, potentially overcome the troubles in their marriage? What's going to happen with Pastor Swift when Charles do go back to church and they're playing? And, you know, how's that interaction with Mabel when they get back to church? Because, you know, church people talk. So that's going to be the talk of the week in church.
But I think Mabel going to be pregnant because remember she said, I have to go to a doctor's appointment. I got a doctor's appointment. And she was saying that when she was talking to Lucille. And so I was like, I knew it. Because, you know, I'm like, you know, it don't really matter how long the sex is, you can still go ahead and get pregnant. So, you know, even though he gave her a total of 7 minutes across
3 episodes?
Two full attempts. And the third one, we don't know. She might have got a little pre-cum or something on there. We don't know, you know, as he was trying to get his rhythm. So we don't know, but, you know, respectfully, but yeah, last episode of the season this next Friday. So yeah.
Big Meech still sound like Cookie Monster.
It's so funny. Like now, whenever I'm watching it, that's all I can hear is like you saying that, and it just comes in my ear. Like when he looks like
Lord,
then he looked like he don't open his mouth a lot, so it makes it muffled.
Dude, he doesn't open his mouth. He does not. He talks through his teeth. Like, so you know, we family, we brothers. So,
you about to loosen up the brother, man. Okay, all right.
We get it, but I just want to know what's gonna happen. Like it seemed like a lot was going on. And then Markeisha called Terry at one point when they was all on the helicopter pad. And then how did he even get up there?
Exactly, because I'm like, where are you? Because now I think about it, they just realized, I forgot the name of the dude that died, but Carisha, whatever her name was, and then the wife, Carisha, they was there. So maybe that helicopter pad was on top of the house.
Oh, yeah, their building. It could have been on top of
That's the only thing I could think of, because you're right. It went from y'all just up the club, he died, you let her know. Now y'all standing up there, y'all contemplating life. But then she calls and boom, just got knocked. And now boom up there, snitching. So it's like, okay.
Yeah, trifling for using those pictures. But he had me weak when he was like, yeah, they got pictures of me and Markeisha doing it.
Yo, and when I heard that, I was like, I'm glad you brought that up, because I wanted to say, remember I told you that boy was still a teenager, right? Because how old, when the last time you said doing it? We was doing it. When is the last time y'all said that?
My childish ass probably said it last week.
Oh God.
Look, now I go for more trendy stuff, like, you know, whatever they say, like, you know, getting the Super Mario Brothers coins knocked out and then ching, and the coins and all that. Like I say something like that, but that's the last time I was what the last time I was doing. Like, yeah, so the last time we do it, like, you know what? I'm about to shoot off a text right now, like, when we gonna do it, and I'm gonna see what response I get. Because will I be left alone? Will I be left on red? I think I'm gonna take this chance.
We should all do this and see what the results are.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Everybody, grab your phone.
All right, let me do this real quick.
Oh God, the fact that I'm even doing this right now.
But this is hilarious. I don't think we're gonna get no response. I'm actually concerned because they look right. Then like everybody's phone go off of mine, and I'll be over here crying.
The fact that we're even.
No, I put donut.
Do this.
All right, who the first person press send? I ain't press send yet. I got it typed up.
I hit send.
All right.
That we're doing a social experiment, but
okay, you said that.
Meantime,
no, I didn't say that. But in the meantime, I will say BMF did get approved to do a third season, and I did hear that 2 Chainz was going to be in the third season. So,
oh my God,
I was a little confused because I've never seen him act, and so I was wondering
Snoop brother.
What role was he gonna play? Is he gonna be like the Atlanta plug? You know, considering he's from down there. Yeah. Okay. So I got a text back, and it said, "Do what with the eyes?"
Hold on, let me see. I got LOL.
All right. Okay. So look, I was waiting. I just text, and I was scared, and then we'll see if I get a response. You know what? I'm pretty sure they're watching a basketball game, and
I mean, you see the response like, "Do what with eyes?"
I don't know. I might not get it. Like my drink might just sit there. Like I got a feeling it's just gonna sit there. And then, like you said, I will say it is a social experiment. So yeah, but like, hey, watch this episode. See, this is how we keep the ratings up. Okay, this we are live and direct, baby. All right.
And anyway, that's I'm replying back. You gotta watch the episode to find out what I mean.
There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. So you got anything else for us?
Yeah. I'm just still
we're gonna call this episode Making Plays. We gotta make sure that this is put in the title, Making Plays. Okay, record the podcast and making plays.
Yes.
Clearly. But the fact that I gotta do what with eyes, wow. All right.
Well, that's fine. Like I said, I got my phone on Do Not Disturb. So wait a minute. Let me take that off. Yeah, because
because we need to know your response, regardless of when it's up. We need to know.
If my phone don't go off, y'all know the response. So there we go. Like
so another quick update. He said, okay, because I was lost.
You know what? Never mind. Thank you for playing. Thank you.
Thank you. Look, thank you. This is a game in my Jigsaw voice.
Yep.
Oh God. But yeah, so another show that is coming out, Seeking a Brother Husband, March 26th on TLC.
Now we can't even make any funny jokes after this unscheduled social experiment, right? Because then it'd be like, oh no, so what you say on there? Because it's like, how you feel about seeking a brother husband? Everyone should have the right to do what they want.
Listen. I'm going to speak my mind. Now, I've always said that poly can work for people.
Yeah.
If you're open-minded. Me, if I was able to have 2 that's going to love on me, not together. I'm not trying to be like a Chinese finger trap or nothing, but
wow. Yep.
If I could have 2 men that's really going to love on me and pour into me, and I get to pour back into them, and I still get a little bit of variety and things of that nature, I would definitely be down for
it. Okay.
Respect.
Me, on the other hand,
I like where that came in.
No, but no, not saying it like that. It's just it would have to be. It would have to start that way. It can't be we've already established something. Now we bringing somebody else into it. It has to start that way. If it started that way, just maybe I would be open to it. But just the headache I get from one, I don't know if I can deal with the headache from both, unless they just really are, they're so hell-bent on pouring into me and what I say go. And me being me, you don't want to do that because I'm gonna run with that shit. I'm just being honest. I'm gonna pour back into you, but if you're just giving me that ultimate control, it ain't. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Let's see. For me, it just put like this. It's already hard enough if you had put like this. It's already hard. All right, I'm gonna say it. We have all learned, like, you know how I know in my early dating days, it'd be like, oh, you so insecure, you so this, and everything, right? You so emotional. And over the years, I found out who was more emotional. And it wasn't me like, I don't have a problem with being who I am, but I ain't gonna always act out all crazy. But I don't think that it's gonna work out right. Like I think like because now, okay, so now let's say we build a house, we build a life, we in a house together, right? Now let's say I want to go and do room 2 nights in a row. He'd be like, so you went over there the other night. I'm like, all right, cool. Well, let me finish with him, then I'll be over there and see you. Could it be sloppy seconds? I'm like, yo, respect yourself. Don't think like that, okay? We are a team. All right, we are a team with one mission and one goal. There's no I in team. But it sounds interesting until it go wrong. And I'm just I don't know. Like
Play out.
I mean, and it sound like again, it sound cool until you see that like no, that they not about to do all that. Like even when watching the preview for it, and then they were asking, no, she was saying, yeah, I want to introduce another husband, and then they showed the man turn and look like, wait a minute, what? Because he thought that it was just gonna be her and the one dude and him. Then it's like, oh, so I'm not enough. And like women don't like not being enough, but men really don't like not being enough. So I don't know, like I want to be able to sleep peacefully at night. So then it's like, oh my gosh, so now I gotta lock my door at night. Now I gotta have somebody climbing through the window, and I shouldn't have to do that, okay? Because we had an understanding, and now you try and go ahead and go off script. I don't like that. So yeah, but it sounds interesting. I just want to see how this is all going to play out. So
yeah, because I feel like you really, I know it's just a reality show, but you're really playing with people's emotions, and that can get dangerous at times for people.
Very.
And that alone, like you said, no man never wants to feel like he's not enough for his woman. And now you're basically telling me I'm bringing somebody else into this. Like, do you not know how many things that are running through their mind? Like, well, why are you bringing somebody else? Like, what's the problem? What can I do to step my game up? And I mean, that's natural because as women, we think that too, especially like our man or significant other steps out. Well, what does she have that I'm not doing for you? You know, what am I lacking? And nobody, like you said, nobody wants to feel like that. So it's going to be interesting to see how that's going to play out, how it's going to work out. But I will say, not trying to discredit men or anything like that, but I don't want to say look soft and look like suckers, because I don't want to say that and portray men in that light. But they do. They just look like they're not thinking for themselves. They're just, I hate to say weak-minded, but weak-minded because you're allowing someone to dictate when you can be with them, or you know, oh, we bringing somebody else into the situation, whether you like it or not. But
that I don't find fair.
It don't seem like it's gonna work out well. It seems like it's gonna
remind me of all those Bachelor and Bachelorette shows that the other color participates in, and their shows are portrayed very classy and not messy. And if you look at how this show is set up, it's like, I don't want to say ghetto, but it lacks taste, if that makes sense.
But one thing I do like though is that they do have a variety of races on there. So that's gonna make it different. There's the fact of we know how I'm pretty sure that I can speak for all of us here where we all know somebody who was playing with fire on both ends and the dude got mad about another dude, somebody want to fight and everything else. I don't like that smile on Neek face. But look, oh God, okay, here, you know what? Yep, come on. Oh, hold on. Tay heavy in her play making a play thing. She like, okay.
My bad, yo.
I know who I message is watching a game right now, so I'm pretty sure like ain't tripping off nothing I'm talking about. Anyway, but well, yeah. So neat. What you got for us?
Let's do some dating horror stories.
These transitions are great tonight. Okay, these are great. These are great. Yes, let's go.
Have you ladies ever been an unwilling participant in any revenge porn? Have any exes hit you with any revenge porn?
Nope, because I keep it all on my phone. Next. I'm just being honest.
You know what?
Not videos like, let's clarify that. But I mean, just being smart about it, just keep it on my phone. Well, I got something to you for. You was there.
You got your memories.
Yes.
You know, I was in a situation where I started talking to someone and we started talking again. And they're like, you think I don't know? He's like, yeah, and all them videos you was sending that nigga, yeah, it's all up here on X videos. Da, 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 da. And so I said, I don't know what you talking about. No, I know the videos. I know that. I know it was you. I know it was you. So they go and they looking it up, right? So now in my mind, I'm sitting here like, so but I'm like, nah. I'm like, I was like, ain't nothing wow. And I'm like, and I'm thinking, I'm like, nah, he would never do that. He would never do that. He shows me this video. This girl did look like me. This is the good thing about tattoos, though. She didn't have a tattoo. So I'm looking at this angle and he's like, you trying to tell me that ain't you? And I don't know. He searched, like, you know how you go down a rabbit hole on the gram? He went down a rabbit hole in porn and is looking for this video. Now, mind you, my name is already unique enough. So if somebody really wanted to go ahead and do this, they could really put my name out there and you will most likely find that it was me. But I'm sitting there and I started laughing. I was like, you wasting my time to show me this? He's like, yeah, because it's you. You ain't know I know it was you. I said, look at their back. They don't have no tattoo. I got a tattoo. Yeah, look, there's a tattoo. This must be the wrong one. Let me go to another one. And they start making.
And furthermore, you're not going to get my tattoos in the picture. You got to be smart. If you're going to do some wild shit, be smart about it.
Mm-hmm.
No face, no case, no tattoo. You can sue. Hey, there we go. But yeah, but they was dead serious about it. And then I guess they were trying to see if I was like nervous. So like I said, like they lean in the computer like this, and I'm really like, hold on. I'm like, nah. I was like, nah, he wouldn't have done me like that. And I'm like, nah, nobody would have did me like that. I'm like, if anything, we know that if you send a video or somebody takes a video, it might make its way to go see to let the homie see it if y'all just start talking. After you've been talking for a while, he ain't about to do you like that because they don't want them liking you the way he like you and be like, I'm trying to see what that look like. They don't want that. They don't want that. Anyway, Neek, your turn, darling. Oh man.
So
last time.
story time.
Right. Do I have to refill my cup for this?
Yes.
I feel like
yes.
it. I feel like
yes. Go ahead. Refresh our beverages.
I just want to be clear. Y'all ain't heard my phone go off yet.
So I've been a victim of revenge porn twice.
No.
Yes. Once I was younger, a guy recorded me while I was asleep. I had no idea about this. I want to say like a couple months went past and hanging out with somebody else who was, I guess, connected mutually somewhere down the line, but he was just like, so this you? Ooh. I wasn't even aware of this. I wasn't doing anything. I was sleeping, but
yeah, but still,
I have no knowledge of this. You coming at me real aggressive, like I'm in, you know, rocking the mic or something.
Yes. Like you were in there making whoopee. There we go.
Yes. So I fell back and I got myself together. And later on down the line, ended up having my child, my first one. The second time
that was a turn. All right. Yep.
This one is where you need the drinky drink.
Oh God, let me put it back down. All right, let's go.
So this time I actually knew the guy for like some years. I've known him since like 9th grade in high school. He used to pick on me back then, laugh, joke, call me Baby D, stuff like that. But of course, I had a crush on him. So, you know, we didn't really thinking too much of it. Mm-hmm. But after high school, we ended up being real cool. I was always cheering him on in the background through relationships, all this and that. We were just platonic friends. It was never nothing outside of, hey, how you doing? Just talking about little stuff here and there. Mm-hmm. Flash forward to, what was this, last year? We realized that we were both interested in each other in more than a friend way. But this is somebody, again, that I've known for years. And I had a level of trust for him. So, you know, when the do was done, one of us had the phone out. It was either his or mine. Because, again, I know this fool.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna do nothing stupid. He ain't gonna do nothing wild. Well, the shift came and we stopped talking to each other. Next thing I know, my pretty kitty is on Twitter. Yeah. And more than one video. I mean, it's no face, no case. So you can't tell that it's me, but I know it's
me. You. Yeah.
I know me.
Oh my God.
I called him, asked him why. Like, why? Yeah. I ain't do it. I don't even know what you're talking about. Nigga, I have the same fucking video in my phone. You gonna tell me I don't know me? I don't know what I sound like. I don't know what I look like.
Wow.
I wasn't there. You know what you look like. I mean, you've only had it all your life.
Exactly. You know? It's growing up with you. Come on.
Jesus, like, it's been my best friend my whole life. But yeah, he tried to deny it for the longest, and I just went ahead and got a protective order against him.
You should have sued his ass because everybody else getting money off of that shit.
I mean, you can't sue somebody who don't have much.
But very true. But still, anything you get, when you get your Wendy's check like Lucille, I'm gonna go ahead and get mine off top.
You know, this is where the healed me is gonna because old me, pre-pandemic me would have been going right along with y'all, and some names would have been thrown out there of who could take visits to go see him. Well, not names on the internet, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Healed me. I've realized that he already got his own turmoil he's going through. You know, his story ain't that great. And although I cared for this person very deeply and I still want the best for them, the thing that they're going to have to hold on to and realize for the rest of their lives is they had somebody who was special. They had somebody who really cared about them and really rooted for them. Yeah. And they fumbled it by being childish.
I get it. You're right. You're right. Like
not to toot my own horn, but you ain't never gonna find another motherfucker like me.
Okay. Yes.
Listen,
Yes.
this
Mhm.
onion definitely has layers, and every one of them is sweet. So you played yourself out of it.
There you go.
Now,
Okay.
lesson learned, moved on. It ain't no phones, no nothing.
Yeah, it's that's the part of like, even when you any breakups, anything, like I know that they're like, you know what you did, and you know who has what, especially if you were aware of it. So it was definitely like with any breakup, it's definitely something that is very concerning, because it's like, I would hope you want to keep it to yourself, but don't play with me. Don't do that. Don't do that. And it's very scary times that people want to go out here and do this. Now, if you want to be an advocate for me, if you want to really be an advocate for me, take that footage, create an OnlyFans, give me the proceeds. I got 2 children. Okay, I got 2 children. Please, 1 and 2. Please be an advocate for me. Do that, go that route. But then at the same time, I don't want to sign off on this, because then that's when this footage comes up. Well, you signed off on this. Like, I was not talking to you. This was a whole, like, I didn't even say your name. Yeah. You know who you are. But it's like that stuff. I mean, it's scary because you thought, it was a nice personal moment. Sometimes, especially if you're a willing participant, not know you just found out. Like, I didn't even know you did this now, but that stuff ain't cool.
Either way, it's out. But then on top of that, you really want to advertise Lake Shantae like that?
Listen. I mean, the thing that blows me probably the most out of it is when everything came about, I could start to see the shift of the people who ran with his story versus even coming and asking me anything, because I haven't said anything. This is the first time I've ever spoken about it.
Wow.
But I can tell when the likes turn into just views and things like that. Yeah. The positive reinforcement that you get on like statuses, stuff like that, they all of a sudden stop.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
that's the first step.
If that's what you want to do, that's fine. I don't have to walk around telling my story or anything like that, because I carry myself in a manner where you would already know. I don't have to do a whole lot.
Exactly.
People know my character.
Your energy speaks volumes.
Hello.
There we go.
It carries weight.
So, well, I mean, just while you picking your side, make sure you just stay there now that you hear what's going on and you know the full story. Just stay where you at. It's okay.
Keep that same energy. That is my line.
Listen.
My line for my entire life.
All right.
Cheers to keeping that same energy.
Every time. Well, dang. Wow, I slammed it down a little too hard. Okay, all right. Well, we'll be back in the next couple of minutes with our Ask Mike segment.
Well. We're back and we're better. How are you feeling today, Mike?
Man, I'm getting these horror stories, man.
They're interesting. They're very interesting.
We got to do a better screening process of the 613 staff. Stuff that might come back later on,
Well, that's up to HR.
Find me a date. How about that?
What'd you say? Find you a what?
Find me a suitable date. How about that?
All my friends are married.
I don't want your friends here.
I mean, you said find you a suitable somebody.
Listen, you're a connected young man.
Hey, so do I get to give a horror story?
Sure.
Okay. Can we get the question first?
Well, my question was going to be, what was your love language?
My love language? Oh. It's changed. I used to be blunt with it. Now I just text everything. Like, you can be sitting right next to me and I'll text it.
Okay, we're going to work on our grown people communication skills.
And listen, you never know. You never know. You got to, don't rock the boat. I don't know what I was about to say, but I was about to say something. So now it's texting. I'll be texting like, yeah.
Okay.
And she look at me like, it worked every time. It worked every time.
And if it floats your boat.
Yeah, till you find your lost remote.
What?
That was
Andre
cute.
3000 said that.
That
But
was
nah,
cute.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm boring. Obviously, what I'm every week, y'all stories, y'all horror stories y'all be telling, I'm not that type of dude, so I'm not that entertaining. I'm
Well, you had one, so I'm ready to hear this.
huh?
You said you had one.
Okay. Oh, okay. So, how deep do I want to go into this story? Okay.
Oh,
So,
wow.
I was dating, I'm going to give y'all parts. I was dating this one girl, broke up, went to college. Now, when I went to college, I was a little older than, you know what I'm saying, most of the people. So I got away with doing a lot more stuff than other people got away with doing. But when I got up there, I just wanted to sow my royal oats. Let's just say that. Now, within saying that, something about me, I'm just the lover type of guy. So I kind of was like, oh, I got all the girls, but I don't want all the girls. I want one girl. So I was talking to one girl, and her dude, she had a dude, but everybody kept telling me like she gonna break up with the dude, whatever, we'll do with the woo. Her own cousin was like, I like you for her, we'll do with the woo, blah, blah, blah. Every time I go up there though, her and the dude be going at it, and they on the phone. He in West Virginia. I'm like, yo, just cheat already. Like, by the time he get here, we'll be back home in Silver Spring. That's what I'm thinking in my brain. But my next door neighbor, me and her was real cool. We was like friends. And, you know, time waits for no one. I couldn't wait. So I started messing with her. She ended up becoming my girl. Y'all know this kind of story that happened. I'm not going to say it and incriminate myself, but some stuff happened, whatever. So we ended up breaking up, moving down the line. I get another girlfriend. Now, this girl, she's cool, but by looking at her, she can't hurt nobody. Like every girl I mess with in my life, I really don't have no type. Ray Shrimmer made that song for me because every female I've dated, they all look different. So moving on. I'm kind of like at the peak of Mike T. This is like when Mike T is Mike T. I throw my first go-go ever, my own joint. I done made everybody money. Everything's going well. I get a call from my brother. Hey, bruh, such and such can't come tonight because she got into some shit. This was supposed to be our female security guard. But I got a backup plan. Yeah, don't say shit, man. It's about business. So the backup plan was one of my exes.
Yikes.
My girlfriend at the time was working the door. So if you know anything about go-go's, them two,
yeah.
If you could cut
hey, no more.
the tension. Now, this is one of the nights I told y'all that I got snuck. Somehow, security didn't do their job. It was a fight. Something happened. I get to go outside. I get to breaking it up. One of the dudes is drunk. He don't know who I am. Obviously, he don't know I'm the person throwing the show. He sneaks me. I stand straight up, and I'm like, dog. All I'm going to say is they got beat up very bad in the middle of New Hampshire Avenue. It was bad. It looked bad. Like, anyway, boom. My girlfriend at the time, we go over to my homie's house, and
just getting more and more ghetto by the second, but carry on.
Yeah, because
my ex happens to be there.
Oh, wow.
And we had we all in the basement. The way the basement was two sides. On one side, we sitting on one side, and my ex is sitting on another side talking to her friend, but she's clearly trying to get the attention of my girlfriend. Now, the girlfriend had on this wonderful ass dress, kind of like what Sierra just wore, kind of like that. I wasn't really thrilled with the dress, but it was great. It was a great looking dress. I didn't want my girl at the show collecting money in the dress. What?
Got some tips that night. Plus side.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. My ex is over there talking big shit. Like, if I was still his girl, I wouldn't be dressing like that. Woo. So about 30 minutes of this shit going on, and she just hearing her. I'm just ignoring it, like, because I don't want her thinking we talking or nothing. So I'm just like, hey, so it was a nice day out there. You know, it was a good show, you know? Besides, you know, all of a sudden, all I hear is, bitch, what you say? Oh, no.
Wow. Wow.
Wow. This is taking a turn.
It definitely has.
Now, she didn't shoot her. But she scared the shit out of her. So that concludes my whole story. Nothing really happened to me.
I don't even know what to say.
Yeah,
because what?
Yeah.
I'm lost for words on that.
My brother set me up. I would have rather not had a go-go than had them two in the room together. If he would have been like, hey, bro, we can't find another girl, but such and such over here, I'd have been like, hey, well, we could just postpone it. I did not want them two to be around each other. And then when she just kept talking, I knew Shorty carried, of course, but I ain't know she was.
You didn't, but you got to think about it from her standpoint.
Huh?
You keep talking shit and then you acting like I'm not gonna do nothing. Like every person reaches that point where it's just like, bruh, enough is enough.
Yeah.
So what you trying to do? So I don't blame your girl at the time because I don't like. So what's up? You over here popping shit. What you trying to do?
Well, technically, that's not the reason why she did that. The reason why she did that was because the ex that I'm talking about was the one that.
Gotcha.
So she was like, I ain't even letting you get the chance. Like, go ahead and jump out there if you want to. Before you pull your little whatever out. Whatever you hit him, whatever you got him with, before you pull that out, I'll end your misery. But
wow.
The next week, I got dumped.
I mean, I can see how that happened.
I got dumped badly.
Yeah,
wow.
We all went to IHOP. And then,
you know what?
It was a public dumping?
No, but well, technically yes, but no. We went to IHOP, and again, I told you it's peak. So some girl from I knew the girl, but I wasn't doing nothing with the girl. She was a fan. She just came and sat on my lap. And I was like, whoa, you gotta get up, buddy. Yeah, and then we got in the car. I got locked up on her birthday. Yeah.
You just living.
Listen, I hope she never come on this show.
You say that now when it's like he gonna mess around like, baby, I miss you. You know what I'm saying? I miss the fun times we had.
No. We were broken up for too long. That is, ain't no.
Wow.
Yeah, but I never would revenge porn her. Let's make that clear. I would never revenge porn a woman. So for all you suckers out there revenge porning women, You are messing it up for us, the rest of us out here. Now we can't get no pictures or videos or make none.
Accurate.
Facts.
Yes.
It's some bullshit, you losers. Before revenge porn was a thing, you could wake up, you can look at your phone. Oh, look at this. Now,
what could you say in the morning? What could you say in the morning?
You pick up your phone, you say, oh, look at this. now you be looking at your phone like if you, one of the things that dudes do to get some pictures, they do the eyes, the little googly eyes. The girl just send them back like, but yeah, I'm done. I don't have anything else to incriminate. That was really your question?
Thank you.
That's
a very good, interesting, wild story.
Hey man, I got one. I'm a match Nick every week. I got him. I think I got her beat. I ain't got no, I ain't got no revenge porn. Nobody got no porn out there on me. I'm like you, Shante.
Well, coming in now, if we check the 613 Faye DMV email, we might have. I'm just playing.
Look,
that's why I signed up. That's why I signed my OnlyFans account too, the 613 Gmail.
Oh, well.
So if y'all want to know where the budget comes from for 613.
Not the budget. Well, I feel like we should have a hell of a budget if that's the case.
No, I don't get nobody buying me. What? I would be my shit would be in a negative. Don't move about none of my shit. Maybe about 10, 15 years ago. Now, no, nobody buying me. Women, y'all don't like big dudes, bro. Y'all be lying.
Don't do that.
Y'all only like big men when it's cold. That's it.
No,
that's not true.
No, that's not true.
That's not true.
All right.
I don't want to call them chubby chasers because that's body shaming, but there are some women that like thicker men and that prefer thicker men. I know a few people that are close to me. They love them like a Rick Ross type.
They love them so when they get mad at them, they can call them fat. They don't love them. It's the mind control. See?
Oh God.
That's why I'm single.
Not all women do that.
That's why I'm single. I don't let them treat me like I'm fat. I still act like a skinny dude. You ain't about to keep taking me out to eat. Fuck that. We about to go do some other shit. If you gonna take me out, take me out 3 times, and every time it's for food. I'm not stupid. What you trying to say?
She's trying to feed you. She's trying to.
You take me bowling or some shit, some athletic shit. Do some shit. Before, obviously, I'm not missing a meal.
You know what? I'm done.
He doesn't know how athletic you are.
Well, that's not my fault. You keep trying to.
You know what?
And they say the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. So
that's not true. I keep telling y'all that shit every week. No, it's not. It's some bullshit. It's some bullshit. The way to a man's heart is leaving him the fuck alone.
Wow. Okay.
Letting him do him. Just like you just you did great today. I'm proud of you. You text that man and you said, I know he watching basketball right now. I'm gonna leave him alone. See? For $29.99, you can get the Love Guru DVD full hits.
Well, here's the thing though. I did text him and I know that he was watching the game tonight, and I said he's probably not going to respond. And I went and checked, and like I sent my message. I did not receive, not now. Now I know I have a great idea of what he's doing right now, and it is not tripping off me. It is tripping off this game and everything else. So it's okay. You know what? That's what happens when you just go ahead, come up here with these challenges and you fuck around and you find out. But hey, you know what?
Question to the other 2 ladies, and we can wrap this up. when y'all usually want to do with the dudes that y'all text, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do y'all usually text? It's obviously not what y'all text, right?
I'm not texting anything.
What?
If I'm ready to indulge, I'm not texting you to say what's up or now. Okay, let me rephrase that.
I'm about to say, please.
With
2023.
With other people that I've had entanglements with.
This entanglement, I can't.
I'll hit them the same way they hit me. So like, what's up? What you want tonight? Type shit. They say what they say. I say what they say. We meet up. Cool. But if I'm dealing with you on a regular, I'm not texting you anything. Or
Right.
I will say like, yeah, it'll be cute sometimes, send some little slick shit. But for the most part, I'm not texting you if I'm dealing with you on a regular, because 9 times out of 10, I'm going to see you. So then I can just go ahead and do what I need to do and get it popping that way. But like I said, to keep it spicy sometimes, yeah, you might send some little cute slick shit you might have seen on Twitter. Be like, oh, let's try this, that type shit. But for the most part, I'm not, no.
So when you want to get laid, you don't tell him anything?
No.
Okay.
For what?
Okay.
Because you better be here. So.
Got you.
Right.
What about you, Nick?
I have a few things that I text.
You ain't learned yet about the phone, huh?
Nah, I don't text pictures. But sometimes, I don't know, I text sometimes. I'm trying to get my dye on.
But not usually what you text today, right?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah.
You see why that didn't work?
What?
Be simple. If you go outside if you color outside the lines,
you know what?
We know. We know. Shantae's man is used to just showing up and getting laid.
Yeah.
Nick, you used to just sexting, I guess was what you could call it. Whatever.
No, I'm just direct.
Okay, yeah, come get it, whatever. Today, you text them, let's do it. And both of them was like, huh?
The nigga laughed me out.
For $29.99, Love Guru's best hits. Holla at me, the Love Guru. Every week, I just show y'all, men are so simple. Keep the same routines. If you do what Shantae do what Shantae do. If you get freaky and you texting like Nick.
Wait a minute. I don't want to be the freaky one.
You just said you be freaky texting, not with me, to whoever you texting.
No, I know.
If you like die and just let the man watch his game. I'm proud of you, this week, you know what? I'll be giving you hell.
Yes, you do. Yes, you fucking do.
I'm proud. Hold on. Last week I gave you.
No. I'm Snow.
What happens, Marshall? Would I be nice?
It was a joke. See. Oh,
I can't see you, so therefore I don't know.
Oh, I can turn the camera on.
No. We're about to end this segment. Shantae, take it away.
There you have it. Mike took the horror story, and we still didn't find out his love language because he kind of just skipped over it and said,
I told y'all I text.
You said you send text, so I was a little confused. But
you want me to say what I say in the text?
No, please don't.
Like
I'm not Nick.
I was about to say, please, you
stop doing that.
You know I'm not. Maybe what we need to do is we need to put the love language test up, and then he'll see exactly what we're referring to. There's a love language test that's out here, and it says that certain people, their love language is gifts and signs of affirmations. It's just different things that you show. So not necessarily anything that you work. You know how they say the actions speak louder than words. It's your action that you do.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess gifts and stuff. I mean, because I ain't gonna lie, when I was younger, I was broke. So all the girls that messed with me before, I'm sorry. I was broke. I couldn't take y'all on no dates. I lived with my mom. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. To the women since then,
I mean, but we've all been there. We've all been
we all
our peoples, we've all been there. So
yes.
there's no need to apologize for it because that was that time.
Nah, I gotta apologize. I was a lucky son.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. If I was a girl and I was in them circumstances, I wouldn't have messed with me. I wouldn't have. I'm gonna be honest with you. I hated having a girlfriend live with my mother. That shit was. I felt such like a loser.
But it's okay.
No, it's not. As a man, you supposed.
But you have to start.
We can do this next week. No,
I'm going to talk about this next week. But you have to start somewhere.
Man. Listen, if you are not paying rent, where you having sex at? My facial expression be gotta pay rent. You can't be having sex at your parents' house at a certain age, bro. This is not cool. It's not cool. Gotta, at least go to a hotel or something. I mean,
yeah, that okay, I'll give you that. You can. That sounds so wrong. Pay to go somewhere else, but
yeah,
I'll give
you
got a little bit of money, so I
your parents carrying you.
Here's the easier part. How old were you with this time frame that you're going? So if you sit here, yes, how old were you at the age frame that you're talking about? So if you're talking about like late teen, you talk about like 18 to 25 or 18 to 20, 18 to 25.
Nah, so my mom kicked me out at 18. I moved back at 21. And then I was there until 29, I believe, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know, 28, maybe. I don't remember. But
I mean, you're also still getting yourself together. Not everybody is established at 29.
Then you shouldn't have no damn girlfriend.
Yikes. All right. So
wow, yeah, we're gonna wrap this up.
I'm just saying.
This is like the third time we try to wrap this up. Thank you so much, Mike T. We have extended this episode. This episode is coming to like about
stop giving the broke dudes cooch. Stop giving the broke dudes cooch. Don't get
we thank you. We thank you. We appreciate you. We also want to thank our silent partner here that you all cannot hear him, but he definitely listed this right here, Soul Man, from one of the other podcasts here at the lovely 613 Faye Network that the love language is words of affirmation, physical touch, gifts, acts of service, and quality time. Thank you so much, sweetheart, for putting that in there for us. And so we're going to go ahead and wrap this up.
You ain't got time for that.
You
ain't got time for that when you fat.
You know what? Bye-bye.
Yes,
Good night.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Words of affirmation. Dinner was good. Physical touch, smack on the ass. Go ahead, girl. Stir that.
I'm about to go to sleep.
Gifts, groceries, acts of service. Girl, let me massage your feet. You stand in that kitchen. Quality time. We sitting here eating dinner together. That's all that answer right there. There you go. You're welcome.
Don't touch me with your damn feet. Goodbye.
How you gonna start recording right at the end of that? And we're back. Wow. Well, that took a couple of turns. But yes, we are going to make sure to look for the love language test, and we will go ahead and we'll put up on our new wonderful Facebook page of the Facts, the Facts Crew. Yeah, it's a lot that happens here behind the scenes, and it's something. It is something. But yeah,
it's never a dull.
Never. Oh man, never a dull moment. But I don't have nothing else in my cup. I only got a little tiny sip.
Well, I refilled because the Ask Mike segment just took me over the top. So I had to refill.
Yeah. I don't like.
Keep the bottle by the bed next week.
That is a great idea.
Clearly, it's needed. It's needed. It takes a turn every week, and I love it. I support it.
I do. Yes, I'm here for it.
I live vicariously through you all. I'm just there.
I like the way you support it though, because like I'm gonna watch y'all, but from over here, I'm gonna be over here though. But yeah, we've definitely we love you being here on the show. Like we don't never know what the story, how it's gonna turn, and you know what, we're so proud of you and the healing process. Yes, in the safe place that it has you to here today. But yep, we almost at 2 hours. So yeah, we're gonna wrap this up and we're gonna say please like the video, please subscribe to the network below. Please follow us on the gram, on Facebook. Yep, all that. Follow us, subscribe, talk to us. If you have any questions that you want to ask us, if you have a good dating horror story, you want to share it with us, please go ahead, message us. You know, we got our tags on all our pictures and stuff like that. So if you follow us, just let us know. But we want to thank you again for tuning in with us. And you know what? Good night.
Good night. And remember, it's free to support your friends.
Yes. Run them views up.
Right.
Yeah. Just like it's free for me to walk in my kitchen to get the rest of my liquor.
Corner boys and man cave, they kicking y'all asses.
Hey, but we're all a team, and regardless of everything, hey, we want to thank you all.
On where? On what?
He's talking about that we are kicking the other podcast.
Oh, I thought he said they were kicking ours.
Oh no. He could never say that.
That's why I said who.
Oh yeah, no, because then we run up the numbers and we don't want to do that because it's not even a friendly competition. We came out here, we saw, we conquered. They know what time it is. We know what time it is, but it's all love sometimes.